So Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Adam Scott, the list goes on of players who have won major championships with Scotty Cameron putters. This new lineup, the Select lineup for 2018, has just come out. And the thing that caught my eye, they're $400 a putter, so £365. Have Scotty Cameron putters become overpriced? Let's have a chat about it. Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy. I'm going to be testing these and seeing how they perform out on the putting green. I'll do that in a sec. We're going to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of putters and their price point from it, and give you a bit of a final conclusion. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video. If you enjoy the video throughout, please hit the like button, let me know that you're enjoying it. And this is very much a discussion video. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, so make sure you leave me a comment and let's talk about Scotty Cameron's and Scotty Cameron pricing, as well as this new Select range. And also share this video around, let people and your friends and family know that these kind of conversations are happening. Let's get on the putting green and test the new Select range. So I'm here on the putting green here at Prairie Sports Village. I've got all of the Scotty Camerons lined up. I've actually got 15 right-handed putters and 3 left-handed. I've wrapped them around this bag and I'm going to try 3 of them for feel, performance, sound, try and get something back from these putters. What are they actually going to give us for this price tag? So in the new Scotty Cameron Select range, as you can see, there are loads of different models available, from your normal Newport all the way to your Newport 3. We've got square back putters, very traditional shaping with the new Select range. And just different options for different types of golfers for different strokes. I've picked this one out first. Now this is the Scotty Cameron Select Newport, so really the very classic design. 20 weights in the bottom, apparently now a more dampening feel off the face and improved visuals. Let's give it a putt with the Newport to start off with. Thought I was going to go 3 and 3 there. Felt very good. Straight away, as soon as you hold a Scotty Cameron, without question, there is this level of kind of quality. It feels great. It actually feels a little bit heavier than certain putters as well. It has that real class feeling about it. 2 out of 3 went in. It did feel phenomenal and it did look exceptional. No questions asked around that. Let's try another one from a different distance. So I picked up this one. This is a newer design. Probably the last few years they brought this one in. This is the Select Squareback. A little bit bigger in head, more visual from the top as well, so it's still got the classic alignment line. Again, they've improved the lines on it. They've made it not as sharp this time, a little bit more rounded. Let's try the Squareback from location number 2. Nice. So 1 out of 3 there. That third one was a really bad hit actually. I hit the heel quite badly. Feel again was great, just like the first set of golf balls. Quality again shining through, and it does feel great in the hands. The grip is also great quality. So it's kind of these things that are just adding up. The looks, the grip, the feel, the weight, they're all putting a strong argument to why these putters are so expensive. Let's try one more from location number 3. So I'm going to try a much more extreme toe hang putter this time. So this is the Newport 3, still 20 gram weights in the bottom. I've used all of the lengths in 34 inches. And this is another thing about custom fitting with a putter. With so many different options, how do you make sure you've got the perfect model for you? And that's always a challenge, certainly when you're spending so much money on a putter. Let's go back to location number 3 with the Newport 3. I mean, unrealistic chance of me holding it from that range, but for me the feel is what is the most overwhelming factor for the Scotty Cameron putter. From the strikes on the face, they definitely feel as, almost like a softer, springier type feel than other putters that you would get. But again, is this justifying the price tag? I'm still not sure. It didn't make me guarantee any more hold putts. I could be stood there for another 2 hours and wouldn't mean I would hold any more putts. But it does feel great. The quality is definitely what shines through. Whether that justifies that price tag, I'm not quite sure yet. So as you can see there from the testing on the putting green here at Prairie, softness of the feel was exceptional, and without question, the Scotty Cameron look is so top end. Scotty Cameron, who still is alive and well with us, making putters for all of his life, his attention to detail is quite exceptional. He gets great feedback from tour players, and the way that he's kind of crafted each one of these putters is exceptional. The three things that they've really tried to work on: sight, sound, and sole. And for there, I reckon it's kind of ticking those boxes. I can't really get a lot of difference from the sole of the putter compared to previous models, but the sight of it, the sound is awesome. So then it revisits that question again. $400, is it actually worth that price tag? Let's have a look at some of the pros and cons for buying a putter at this price. So pros for buying an expensive putter. First off, you use your putter every single hole, whether that's 26 putts on a great day or 36 putts on a bad day. Compare that to a driver where maybe you're only using it 14 times around. The craftsmanship, this is just beautifully made. The highest spec possible, the best materials, and you just know it has been made to absolute perfection. Resale value. So typically higher end putters maintain a little bit more of that value if you were to resell it down the line. They do last for years. You look at someone like Tiger Woods, who's come back into great form of recent, he's still using a putter that he used decades ago. And the other pro is you don't have to buy one. You could easily buy one for much less price. So the negatives, there is no guarantee that you're going to hold any more putts with an expensive putter, none at all. One of the big negatives for me is that you can't compare whether this putter is any better than a previous model. You might like the look of it more, you might like the feel of it more, and you might feel a little bit more confident, but there is no guarantee. There's no numbers. Another negative as well is that putters are available on the market that feel just as good as this. This is a putter I tested, and it wasn't so much a brand, it was just one I had in the academy, which is half the price of this, and I still hold more putts with it, and it actually felt just as good, if not slightly better. And if you could save that extra £200, $200, and invested that back into putting lessons, that is a way to see tangible improvement in your golf game. Scotty Camerons have also nearly doubled in price over the last 10 years, and that can only be a negative. There's no way that the performance has doubled in improvement. Why have they actually doubled in price? And back in the day, you used to get a pitchfork. You don't even get a pitchfork anymore. So we've tested the putter, and there is definitely an amazing feel from this new Select range, without question. And I love the designs. The pros and cons are very interesting to sit down and go through. And I'm sure there's more that I might have even missed. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I think the big thing for me is this is a established brand with heritage and tour history. There have been many major winners with this Scotty Cameron putters. So there's something in that. There's tour validation. That is a huge kind of advantage for Scotty Cameron. But when I look back at it and I think, well, that's all well and good, but if you were to get something that was cheaper and invest it in lessons, would that see a better game improvement? I suppose it's a little bit like buying an expensive watch. If you went out and bought a Rolex, it's still going to tell the time as it would do to a Casio, but the premium is much higher, and you see all the tour players wearing Rolexes and all the fancy watches, and that shows that level of kind of class. It's just validation. It doesn't mean that it's a better timepiece or tells a time difference than the digital Casio. For me, there's a couple of things. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. £400 for a putter, $400 for a putter, shall I say. I think it is getting to that high price point, but we don't bat an eyelid when we talk about £400 for a driver. In fact, £400 for a driver these days almost seems a little bit cheap. You know, £500 now for a driver seems to be more the going rate. So do we have to change our mindset a little bit? Do we have to think, well, actually, if we invest in high-end, high-quality putters and went for a slightly cheaper driver, would our games improve? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I kind of sit on the fence with this. I can see the advantages, I can see the disadvantages. For me, the thing that caught my eye before I started doing this review was the price. And that's kind of saying something. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Scotty Cameron kind of price debate and golf equipment in general debate. It's getting top end of the spectrum, it really is. This was going to be a normal review, but I switched it around because I just felt like this was a big, important topic to talk about. Certainly after when I even tested that £20 driver just a few weeks ago, this feels almost the other end of the spectrum completely. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single video, and you will be there every time I release a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, lots more to come. And that was my overview and a little bit of a discussion about the new Scotty Cameron Select range for 2018.